So the popularity of the labor movement, and especially union organizing, is rising. And a lot more employees are trying to organize. Why is it happening? Let's bring in Jason Greer now, former board agent for the National Labor Relations Board. Jason, if you could, break it down for us. What's driving this spike in union interest?
It's the fact that it works. When you look at Amazon, you look at Starbucks, Trader Joe's, Chipotle, Apple, here's what they have in common. The employees are relatively low paid, they're young, they're diverse, but more specifically, they are basically saying to the country, they're saying to their leadership, we want to be heard. We've come to you with our issues, we've come to you with our concerns, you haven't listened to us, so now we're going to do the nuclear option and bring in the union because now maybe you'll start paying attention to our needs.
What is it with millennials and Gen Zers? Why are they particularly so interested in unionizing?
Because they're basically at the point where they don't have anything else. When you consider that millennials and Gen Zers are legitimately the most educated generation that we've ever seen in our country, in the history of our country, on top of the fact that they're the only generation that will literally inherit less than what their parents had, they're at this point where they're saying, look, we bought into the American dream. We said our prayers, we ate our vitamins, we went to school, we absorbed all the school loans, and we are still broke. So that's part of the reason why unions right now are so appealing to millennials and Gen Zers.
You know, this Gallup poll we referenced earlier in Kate's report also found that the majority of Americans is not interested at all in joining a union. So why do you think some people support them, but they're hesitant to join them?
It's sort of this collective movement. It's this collective movement of part of the reason why I think millennials and Gen Z has been so effective in terms of pushing the message and the conversation around unions has been through social media. So I think that people overall, even though people are saying that we don't want to join a union, we're still sympathetic to their needs because we have kids who are going through the exact same things that we hear the kids at Amazon are going through, that the young people are going through at Starbucks. So we're sympathetic even though we don't necessarily want to be a part of it.
You've heard the critics. Unions are bad for business because they cut into companies' bottom line. What's your response for that?
I would agree with a caveat. I would agree that they cut into the company's bottom line, but I would also say, companies, this is a wake-up call to you. If you are scared about the fact that your employees might potentially go union, instead of sitting back waiting for it to happen, roll out the red carpet for them because you have a bigger concern. Your concern is not just about going union. Your concern is about losing your employees. Your concern is about the fact that your employees are showing up every single day and they are asking the best from you. The least you can do is give them the best of you. If you are going to pay them for their time, then treat them with respect, recognize their efforts, but more importantly, see them as human beings.
For the last couple of years, the workers have had the power. We've all seen it because there weren't enough workers. Are you concerned from your own perspective that movement, that the power to the workers may be near an end to date?
I'm not concerned that it's nearing an end because I think it probably has maybe about 2 or 3 more years to go. What concerns me the most is if workers don't continue to push on companies in terms of asking for the best, get away from the union argument. We're talking about workers basically saying, if I'm going to give you 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week, whatever the case might be, and I'm going to buy into this hustler's mentality, there has to be something in exchange for me. I want a better work-life balance. I want to make sure that when I show up every single day, you see me and recognize me.
And so many trying to organize to get it done. Jason, I can't thank you enough. We've run out of time because it's fast approaching 7 o'clock on the East Coast.